Hey there guys, so today we're going to be talking about No Man's Sky and my honest review on the game. So in case you guys don't know, No Man's Sky, it's a game basically about space exploration and traveling to different planets, flying around. You can, it's kind of like Minecraft, but like without the crafting part. There's a lot of flying to different planets, and you basically are supposed to get to the center of the universe is like the main objective to the game, but you don't have to do that. You can just explore anywhere you want and fly between planets. Just sit there and explore one planet for a while, and you get to name the planets that you've discovered, and it's pretty cool. But the only downside is that really there's a lot of stuff to start off with that are good or bad, so I'm just gonna do a pros and cons section. So we're gonna start off with the negative stuff, so we can be happy at the end of this video. So basically, No Man's Sky, there's a lot of, as I said, flying for space exploration, and as you know, that space exploration in real life takes forever, so it makes sense for it to take forever in a game too, right? So if you don't have like a warp drive, some planets can take up to like, I think the farthest one I've seen was like 5 hours away without a warp drive or warp cell or whatever you want to call it. So basically it's a long waiting game. There's a lot of waiting in it. There's a lot of flying back and forth, and like even when using warp drive you have to wait a minute, which isn't long, I know, but I mean it's a lot of waiting. Like if this game was made by Activision, they'd make like a pay to win sort of thing where you could just instantly travel from planet to planet. But yeah, so this game has a lot of waiting. It almost reminds me, when you're traveling planet to planet, like a Sims game, or not Sims, but more like Sim City, where you have to build a city and each house takes like 3 hours to make. That's what this game feels like at some points, when you're waiting and waiting for your ship to travel from planet to planet. My next little con, I guess you could call it, is this game really just drops you kind of into buttfuck nowhere. And I understand that's kind of the point, where it's like your plane crashes, you gotta go and repair it and stuff. But like there's absolutely no, like, your only objective is to fix your ship, and after that you're kind of like out in the blue and not really knowing what to do. So like for example, I kind of searched up on like the internet to see what I'm supposed to do in this game, because I honestly had no clue what I was doing. I was just kind of flying, crashing my ship, killing random animals on the planet, which I learned bad to do. And then so it's good that it drops you off, because it makes sense, I guess, because you crash your ship and your guy really has no objective, and as you find out at some points of the game, his memory's like, he doesn't remember a lot of stuff. So yeah, I guess it makes sense at that point, because I remember when you go to certain ruins, there's one where it's like some memories of my childhood start to finally come back to me, and yada yada yada. So I'm assuming that he has no memory, or his memory's at least shortened by a lot, so I guess it makes sense for that to happen. But it still is kind of like, at least give me some sort of point of view where to go, because I'm kind of just like flying around. But you learn, I guess, from going through your list of stuff to build and stuff like that. But yeah, so like right now I find not a lot to do when you're in your first star system. Maybe as you branch out to more star systems, but then again, I still have to get your warp drive and all that stuff. So right now I haven't got that yet, and I've been playing for like 3 hours. So maybe I'm just slow, or I maybe just missed how to make one or something like that. But yeah, I've been playing for about 4 hours and still haven't left my star system. I've been exploring planets I have 3 planets in my star system, or 4, and a space station, or whatever you want to call those. So yeah, it's like a lot of waiting, and when you get to like finally explore, it's again waiting. You walk around, and then you'll get like these markers, and it'll say how much time, and sometimes like I had one marker that was like half an hour on the one planet just to get there, and I was like, nope, I'm not gonna fly across the planet for half an hour just for that. But yeah, so as I said, there's a lot of waiting in this game, but I mean, when you do find stuff, it's pretty cool. It's just the waiting kind of sucks, but it's an exploration game. What do you expect? It's not like an action title. It's an exploring game. You're just flying place to place. You're finding stuff. So I mean, you expect that from a game like this. You don't expect to be always having explosions and all that crazy, wacky, fun stuff. You expect that you're gonna be exploring, kind of like Minecraft, but not Minecraft. But yeah, so this game basically, right, it kind of just feels like a Minecraft mod with graphics, basically. It feels like the spacecraft mod on the PC. That's really what this game is for me right now. That's what I'm feeling when I play it. And even when I talk about it with friends, like, we're kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like the like that Minecraft mod that people loved and probably still play. I don't really play Minecraft, so I don't really know. But yeah, that's really what the game feels like right now. It feels like the spacecraft or whatever that mod was called. So I mean, it's not bad. I'm enjoying it, but I mean, it's also one of those games where it's like you play, you sit around, it's a relaxing game. It's not like a going out and, you know, focusing game like, let's say, PvP Destiny sometimes is. And now the pros. So the pros of the game are that you get to do what you want to do. It's not like, let's say, a Call of Duty campaign where you're on a track, you have to keep doing the campaign, you can't just steer off and go on your own. In this game, you get to do what you want, you get to fly around, you get to kill stuff, you can be good or bad, I've noticed, because you can go and kill, like, the robots that I'm assuming are supposed to be like the cop system in this like, universe. I'm assuming that that's what it's supposed to be. So you can either be bad and go and screw with them. There's like buildings you can discover, and sometimes they're locked. You can use grenade launchers to blow open the doors, which is pretty cool, I won't lie. It's an interesting feature, but when you do that, there's consequences, like you would expect. So I'm going to call them the Robo-Police, because that sounds kind of cool. So the Robo-Police will come after you, and I've noticed that they had little drones that fly around that will come after you, but also they had like this robotic spider thing, and that thing was a pain in the ass, but it's cool, like, different sort of like way to have like a system for police, or kind of that sort of style where it's not just people, it's little drones that fly around, and so far spider monsters, which are kind of cool also. But yeah, it's a lot of that sort of stuff, which I find pretty interesting. It's not just like every other game where it's just like a cop or like a human or a RoboCop, but like these are RoboCops that are cool, not just people, robots, like androids sort of thing. It's just kind of cool, an interesting sort of way to have a police system that isn't just like an army or like a GTA 5 Stars where it's just like tanks come flying out of nowhere and shit like that. It's stuff you can escape too, which is always nice, because I mean, I don't always want to fight. I have places to be, planets to explore, hours to wait while I explore my different planets because my warp drive's dead, you know. So you kind of gotta run sometimes. Another pro that they have in this game is there's space combat, which is pretty cool. There's you can fly your ship, and if you see other ships flying around, you can either just let them pass or you can go and attack them, which I've attacked, it's pretty fun, honestly. It's fun fighting them. The space combat's kind of cool. It'll show you where to aim ahead of them, so you'll hit them when they're flying away from you or flying past you. But if your ship is like the starter ship like mine, and you attack one of the big bases, you kind of get screwed over, because like 8 ships will come out and just ruin your day, which is what happened to me. But when I died, I got my stuff back, so that's pretty nice. But when you do die, and let's say you've been to a different planet and you didn't upload it, because like every time you explore something, you upload it to like the cloud, and then you get money for it and stuff like that. And but if you don't upload it and you die, you'll lose the stuff that you found. So basically, you have to go rediscover it. I'm pretty sure I didn't lose anything. I just read from other people that they've lost things, like the places that they've found, for example. So whenever you do happen to find a place or a camp or a planet or anything along those lines, make sure you upload it. So it's like really simple. You just go to the start menu, and then you'll like see little pictures and the places you've been, and then you just upload it, which is pretty neat. I mean, it's a cool way, and you can name it stuff, like different things. Like one of my planets are called butt stuff, the other one's called like potato fish. I think the last one's called anal, because I mean, why not, right? So yeah, like you can name it, but they do have guidelines. Like you can't make it like, I don't know, fuck the police, or like you can't make it inappropriate. I guess anal's not inappropriate, maybe. I guess it just slid underneath the radar. But yeah, you can't do like really inappropriate stuff because people have been like, I guess, denied names. What I've heard. So you gotta be smart. You can't be like, fuck the police or fuck Trump, for example. You can't do that sort of stuff. So that's a notice for you guys. Another cool feature they have in the game is that you will see other like AI alien robot things, whatever they are. They're like an electronic life form, and you can basically, if you see them land, you can go and make an offer on their ship to buy it. And then so like different ships will have like different amount of space you can carry basically. So like your starter ship has 12 slots that you can carry or put upgrades into. But like as you go up there, I've seen ships that have 20, I think 22, 23 slots, which I mean would be really nice. But then again, you have to save up your money that you get. So like, I remember one ship was like, I think 1.7 million alien monies, whatever their credit system is. So they are expensive, so you will have to save up. And then another thing you can do is that your mining tool slash gun, if you upgrade it to a gun or grenade launcher, it's called the multi-tool. Not the meta multi-tool from Destiny, just the multi-tool. And so basically you start off with this little dinky space laser looking one, but you can buy different ones. And like different ones will have, for example, more slots for upgrades. Some of them will come upgraded too, so you'll get like the bolt caster feature, which is the gun. You can get advanced mining features. You can get a grenade launcher feature already on it, so you don't have to actually go and build it, which is pretty nice when you get one that has that. And sometimes you'll have like tech that you don't have on your, like, that you've discovered already, so it would be like really nice if you get like a, let's say, a longer clip or advanced clip or whatever they call it in the game, and you don't have that technology yet. You can keep it on that gun. You won't learn it, but you'll keep it, which is a nice thing, so you don't have to like have to know each recipe to get it, which I find is pretty cool. And so the multi-tool, which I haven't talked about much, is basically the gun mining tool that has a grenade launcher in it too if you upgrade it. And so instead of being like Minecraft or 7 Days to Die or any game along those lines, so Ark Survival, where you have to use like a pickaxe and you have to be right beside whatever you're mining, in this game it's like you just shoot a laser and you can be pretty far away from whatever you're lasering, you're beaming, whatever you want to call it. You can be pretty far away. You're mining, that's the word. So you can be pretty far away from it, and each, like, instead of mining just like blocks of iron and chunks of coal, and for example, in this game you mine, it's like you mine the actual like element. So you'll be mining like you'll be mining iron, plutonium, and like zinc and all that stuff, which is pretty cool. It's not just like blocks of iron or blocks of coal. It's actual, like, you're getting chunks of it like you would actually mine. You wouldn't mine a perfect block in real life, that'd be silly. You actually mine like the actual like chunks of it, which is pretty cool. And you don't have to be really close to mine, and you can mine in space also with your ship's lasers, which is another nice feature. So you don't have to just mine on the ground. You can get plutonium, for example, in outer space and get a lot of it real quick by mining asteroids, which is a nice feature. So you don't have to actually be on the ground. So if you're running low on fuel, for example, you can actually go and mine whatever you need for the fuel in space, which is cool, which I like, because space mining's cool. And the last pro I have for this game would be, it's a really cool feature. It's, you learn the language of the alien robot space people. You learn their language, so you can like trade with them better, you can communicate better, because throughout the game you can go and talk to the robot alien dudes, whatever they're called. You can go talk to them, and at first they'll show what they're saying, and you won't know what they're saying because you haven't discovered their language yet, so you'll just get like blark, snark, fark, for example. But then as you get further in the game and you go and discover ruins, you go and talk to them and ask them for their, like, for learning words towards their language, they'll teach you. And so, like, you'll learn word by word, and so as they go on, you'll see, like, instead of saying like flur, burb, derbergerg, you'll see that your guy's starting to learn some of the words. So it'll be like flur, burb, data, dergader, traveler, and they'll throw in stuff like that, which is really cool because it's like, as you play the game and learn their language, you get rewards, so you can actually trade better. You'll know what they want. For example, you know what if they want to trade you something. For example, like zinc for a piece of armor, or they need zinc, for example, so you can raise your like karma standings with the alien race. You can. So it's like a really cool feature that you can actually learn their language. You don't already know it. You start off knowing nothing, and through learning through Ruined, through them, you end up learning what they're saying, which is a really neat feature, because then it's like you've never been there before, so it's like you're actually learning their language. You're new at the place you're at, so it's like a really cool feature. It's really unique, because I don't think any game's done that recently, if at all. So that's pretty cool, which I'm pretty happy about. It's something you don't see often, that they do stuff like that. So, you know, that's a cool feature that I give them. I like that they did that sort of stuff, so you actually have to explore and stuff like that. And you get that, again, through Ruins, through talking to them, from computers, which you can read encyclopedias. You can get it from all that sort of stuff, which is, that's pretty interesting. It's not something you see in most games. You don't see, like, where you have to learn the language to communicate better. Well, usually you already know the language, or you don't know what they're saying, and you kind of walk away and smile, and just pretend like you know what's going on and nod your head. So this is, it's a cool mechanic they added to the game, let's call it. So those are my pros and cons standing towards this game, and so, like, honestly, this game it's cool, it's fun, but it gets pretty repetitive and boring at some points. So, like, it depends on the mood that you're in. If you feel like exploring and stuff, and just relaxing and playing a game, this game's great for that. So, I mean, if I were to review it, which, I mean, I guess that's what this video kinda is, so I would say, out of, like, 10, I'd give it a solid 7, because this game, it has great mechanics, great gameplay, it runs smooth, it looks amazing, but the things that are holding it back is that the game gets kind of boring, because there's not a lot to do. It's kind of like a Minecraft sort of style game, where it's like, after a while you'll get bored, especially if there's nothing new coming towards you, and the wait times kind of suck. But I understand they had to put it, because, I mean, it's space travel, so, I mean, there's no loading screens, instead you fly place to place, so, I mean, I guess they kind of have their, like, give or take, but, I mean, 2 hours for waiting for a planet kind of sucks, so that's the only things I really, and the waiting thing barely lowers what my opinion would have been on the game. I just slightly lowered it, but yeah, so that would be my rating. So I hope you all enjoyed. Hope this game helps if you're gonna buy it and you want to know more about it. If you already bought it, let me know, because I'd like to know what your first planet name is, so let me know what that was. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.